Welcome to inSIGHT ATMS training by IBI Group. This video training is designed as a hands-on introduction to inSIGHT ATMS. Users are encouraged to follow along with each step, as it is shown, pausing the video as necessary to try things out. In this video, we will introduce a traffic incident scenario, and then walk you through the steps of entering and managing a traffic incident in the inSIGHT ATMS. The stages of traffic incident management in inSIGHT ATMS are incident detection, incident entry, incident response. In this scenario, a tractor trailer has jackknifed on Interstate 80, closing all eastbound lanes of travel 1 mile west of the I-215 interchange. As an ATMS operator, there are 2 ways you may become aware of an incident: ATMS-driven notifications and external notifications. An external incident notification might come through a telephone or radio. ATMS-driven incident notifications are built directly into the ATMS and can alert operators of potential incidents through drop-down notifications and external event icons. Since this training is focused on incident response, we won't go into further detail about ATMS-driven incident notifications at this time. Let's assume we received a phone report of a crash on I-80 near milepost 111. Before creating an incident in the ATMS, you will want to verify the location and severity of the event. First, we will go to the reported incident location. The ATMS map control panel is a set of controls in the top right area of the ATMS map. You can click on the Map View tool to see a set of pre-saved map views. Select the region you would like to monitor. In this case, we select Salt Lake City. Next, we can use the familiar Google Map controls to pan and zoom until we are centered over the reported incident location. If the traffic layer is not on, go to the Layer tool, back up on the Map Control panel, and turn on the traffic layer to check for unusual congestion. Next, we will toggle on the CCTV layer by left-clicking on the CCTV icon in the ATMS Action panel. If there is a CCTV camera in the vicinity, left-click the camera to bring up a video window. For the purposes of this training, we have verified that there is a jackknifed truck on I-80 East at the reported location. So, let's create a traffic incident. Within inSIGHT ATMS, a traffic incident is a type of event. That means to enter this incident into inSIGHT, we start by creating an event. An event can be created from the event list window, through the event icon on the ATMS Action panel, or by moving the cursor to the desired location directly in the map. We will use the third method. Move your cursor to the incident location and right-click. This opens a pop-up menu that might provide you several roads to choose from depending on how many different routes are in close proximity. A common example where this happens is on freeway exchanges. Select I-80 East. Upon the selection of a roadway and direction, you are presented with location details for confirmation. Now we can select Incident from the Event Type drop-down list and select the Add Event button to initiate event creation. inSIGHT ATMS will open an event window tailored to the selected event type and location. The event window is divided into 4 tabs: Primary Details, Diversion, Additional Info, and Response. It's probably worth mentioning that we will be using the word event instead of the word incident for the remainder of this training. That's because the inSIGHT user interface uses the word event almost exclusively for labeling elements of the UI, and we don't want to create any confusion by using a word that is not reflected in the UI. This is still a traffic incident management training scenario. Just remember that an incident is a type of event. The data inSIGHT ATMS requires to complete the event creation and to auto-generate a response plan is entered in the Primary Details tab. Fill in the cause as crash in this case, the sub-cause as involving a semi-trailer, the source as public phone. Duration are not defined in this training scenario, but feel free to add those details if you like. We will treat this event as a point event and indicate this by leaving the location data shown in begin fields and the end fields are the same. In the impact information shown at the bottom of the form, select the full closure checkbox. This causes all lanes to be shown as blocked in the lane blockage graphic. The lane configuration shown in this form reflects the underlying ATS map data. If the lane configuration shown is incorrect, you can edit the lane configuration for this event directly within the Primary Details tab. This will ensure that the event response plan generated by inSIGHT ATMS contains correct information for posting on dynamic message signs and for distribution via the API, the traveler information systems, and other stakeholder communication channels. As you can see, it only takes a few seconds to enter the primary details once you're familiar with the form. When you're satisfied that the data is accurate and complete, save the event by clicking the Save button at the bottom of the tab. By saving these details, you have just used the inSIGHT ATMS decision support system to generate an event response plan. We will now move from the Completed Primary Details tab to the Response tab. inSIGHT ATMS uses the event location, type, cause, lane blockage pattern, and severity to generate a response plan that includes which DMS to use, what messages to post, what to share via the API, which stakeholders to email, SMS distribution lists, who to contact by phone or radio, and what additional tasks may need to be completed. To provide ATMS users easy access to all event information in one place, the Response tab is included with the other event tabs as shown. Event response, however, is extensive. In many ways, event response is the heart of the inSIGHT ATMS application. As a result, the Response tab includes a configurable set of subtabs to organize the numerous elements involved with event response. The DMS Response tab shows the signs which the ATMS recommends using and the messages recommended for each sign to inform travelers about the event. You can view DMS recommendations in a table view or map view. On both the map view and the table view, you can add signs, select or enter different messages for each sign, and remove signs. Once you're satisfied with the recommended DMS response for the event, click Accept and the system will post the messages to the selected signs. The Email Response tab shows a recommended email message. This message is generated based on the event properties and configurable email templates. The event details also determine a recommended distribution group that should be notified about the event. If changes are needed, you can edit the proposed message text, and change the selected distribution groups as needed within the Email tab. Once you're satisfied with the email response, click Accept, and the system will send an email notification to all specified distribution groups. The API Response tab shows the recommended description to show for the event in public-facing sites such as traveler information. You can modify the proposed message as needed. Once you're satisfied with the event description, click Accept to publish the event. Only events with an accepted API response will appear in the list of events published by the ATMS for use by other systems. The task list shows other actions you may need to take in response to the event outside of the ATMS, including phone contacts and other tasks. You can record when you've completed each colored task, along with a comment related to that task. Twitter Response tab shows the recommended Twitter text based on entered event properties and configured templates. You can edit the proposed message text and attach images to include in the tweet. Once you're satisfied with the message, click Accept to publish the tweet. Once a tweet is published, you will see a link to it at the bottom of the window. Click on the link to view the most recently published tweet for the event. It takes some time to go through each sub-tab under the Event Response tab and discuss the primary capabilities that an ATMS operator might want to use. In fact, there are many more details than we were able to address in this short training video. However, explaining the event response plan is much more time-consuming than actually using the inSIGHT event response features. ATMS operators spend between 30 and 45 seconds on average to review and approve an event response. Once the event response is approved and initiated, changes in the event details, such as lanes open, detours, and estimated duration result in automatic updates to the recommended event response. Agency procedures define when an event is cleared and closed. Oftentimes, clear indicates all travel lanes are open, and closed means typical traffic flow has been restored. Once the event has been closed, all ITS devices that were used in the event response, primarily dynamic message signs, are released from the event. Any event-specific messages are concluded, and the devices are freed to support other assignments. This concludes the inSIGHT ATMS Incident Management Training. We hope this helps you feel more comfortable with some of the tools and capabilities available to you within inSIGHT ATMS. For more detailed information, please refer to the inSIGHT ATMS product description document. Thank you for watching.